Okay, hi guys. This is crazy. This is happening. You guys have asked us so many questions over the past couple years that we were like, you know what? Let's have a little sit and chat, and we'll do it podcast style because
I don't know how to sit.
this is our first time. Go easy on us. It might be a little awkward and weird at first, but like we'll try and get comfy and get real into it and answer all those hard-hitting nitty-gritty questions. So I think we should start by
Questions.
No, I think we should start by like introducing ourselves. I think everyone listening probably knows who we are, but just in case, you want me to go first? Okay, so my name is Eva, and I am 27 years old. I just turned 27. I keep thinking I'm 28. I'm 27. I was raised in Arizona. I'm originally from Vermont. I am a professional ballet photographer, and I have been doing that since I was like 14, 15. So it's been a journey. Amber, go for it.
My full name is Amber Novella Skaggs. My middle name is Novella. People get this mixed up. Like, they'll think it's my last name, but that's my middle name. Last name Skaggs. I'm 20 years old. I turned 21 in 6 months. Woo!
Yay! You're a ballet dancer?
I do ballet.
I do
I do ballet since I was 9. Yeah.
Should we start with that? Let's talk about your dance journey. So how did, go over, how you got into dance or why you got into dance?
That's a funny story. Because, I was, 7, and I still didn't know how to ride a bike. I wasn't, very coordinated with sports. So my mom was, concerned for me. She was like, okay, dance is the last option. If she's not good at this, then I don't know what she's going to be good at. Not like that, but
you had to exhaust all options.
She was like, let's try this. And then I got in there and they were all like, oh, she has pretty feet. And my mom was like, that's weird, but okay.
That's weird.
Because that's a weird thing to say.
But okay.
To someone who doesn't do ballet or
someone
dance.
Who doesn't know dance, yeah.
So that was at Club Dance Studios. So I started training there for a couple of years with Alexa Moffat.
You got good fast though, because I feel like a lot of times when kids start late, it can take a little while to catch up. But I feel like you caught up really quick, no?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was pretty, not naturally. I had to work at my flexibility, but fairly naturally flexible.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite stories that your mom tells me is your first solo rehearsal with Alexa.
Oh, I have the video. And she's literally moving me where I need to be because I was just what do I do? I waited for her to move my leg around because I didn't know how to do it. I was 7, okay?
Baby Amber was still figuring it out. And then when did you transition from club dance to masters?
Irena, Slavomir, and Michael used to teach at club dance.
Wait, they taught at club dance as well?
Yeah, and I took class with Michael every week.
Wait, that's so funny. I didn't know they went to club dance too.
Yeah, I used to take class with Michael at club dance. And then they...
What in the... Wait, just a sec. Okay, continue.
So I used to take class with Michael every week. And then he told me that they have a studio, Master Ballet Academy. And then I went and took the summer intensive one summer.
Pause. I forgot I have to turn the AC off.
Would have been a politician, but I never had the money for a good.
Okay, so Michael said that they had a studio, and then...
Michael said that they had a studio, Master Ballet Academy. And then I went and took the summer intensive. And pretty much the Wozniaks loved me, I loved the Wozniaks, and then I slowly transitioned into just going to Master Ballet Academy.
Yeah.
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 I got my first pair of point shoes. I think it was a few months after being at Masters. I was 9 years old. Yeah.
Nice. How was the transition from comp to ballet? Did you immediately fall in love with it?
I mean, I always liked ballet. I liked taking the classes with Michael. I begged club dance for me to take class with Irena once a week. And so I think I did that for a little bit.
Wait, so Irena taught there too?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's just it's funny because they kind of taught all over the place because I was taking recreational classes at Dance Connection too, which is
They
like
still do that.
at DC too.
Yeah, they still teach
Oh.
there. At least I think they did as of last year. Like, I would go help Slavic.
It's so funny though because like when I had taken a couple classes from the Wozniaks like at Dance Connection 2, I didn't make that connection of who they were when I later on met them until like a while after when Slavic had said something to me like, "Oh yeah, we're going to teach at DC2," and I was like, "Wait, you guys teach at DC2? Like, what do you?" And then
I
it
think
all
they
clicked.
still do that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you're right.
Because I
remember
went to go teach for Slavic one day when he, like...
Alexia did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I think they still do that.
That's funny. Okay, so what was like the moment in your ballet training where you were like, "Oh, I want to do this professionally"?
Probably when I did Clara.
How old were you then?
In the Nutcracker. 10.
10. Okay.
10 or 11. How old was I when I did that? I think I was 10, about to turn 11 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, "Oh yeah, I want to be on stage all the time."
Yeah. Because I just liked doing that. Because
Nice.
I liked doing Clara because I got to act and, like, while dancing. Like,
Yeah.
I liked the mix. Yeah.
A little bit of both.
I mean, I was still doing, like, competitions even when I was at, like, Jump and Nouveau and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was at Masters. I went to Dance Awards that year. The first year I was at Masters, I went to Dance Awards and I got top 10 mini best dancer.
Period.
And I did the dance off.
How was the dance off?
It was good.
Was it terrifying or was it fun?
Terrifying, but, like, I did okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after
I mean,
that,
of course it's not that good, but I was, like, 9 years old, but...
after that year, was that the year you stopped doing comps or did you keep doing them?
I think I, like, did a few here and there. And then I started doing YGP, so then, like...
Yeah. Transition to more ballet comps from there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's talk about how we met, because everyone wants to know. So basically, like, how old, do you remember how old you were? Because I get it twisted. I thought I was 18, but I think it was the year I was 19, because I think it was after my first year of college.
Wasn't I 12? I think I was 12.
How many years apart are we? You're 20, I'm 27, so yeah. You must, if I was 19, you would have been 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
But, like, I don't know, like, when in the year it was.
It was in
could
June.
have been...
So I would have just barely turned 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I was...
You were like 12 and a half. Okay. So basically, I put out like a little... I used to do model calls because I was still like practicing and like testing new things. 'Cause I'd only been doing photography for like 5 years at that point, and I was still working out a lot of kinks and figuring things out. No, like 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. And so I would have models, which basically like we both work for free, and so like they'll get all the photos for free and stuff like that, and they can like use them for their own like personal whatever they want to use them for, Instagrams, like ads, whatever. And then like I get to like practice new techniques or like new studios or new locations or something. And Amber's mom sent in an application, the cutest freaking application. Should I pull it up? Let me pull it up. It's so adorable with your little like baby headshot.
Was it... Who took those photos? Do you remember?
Dorothy Tess, I think. Because she was the one doing everyone's headshots back then.
I remember.
Yeah. No, her headshots were fire.
Oh my god.
Okay.
They were really good, actually.
Yeah. I think your mom submitted it as Amber Novella, though, because it's not popping up under Amber Skaggs. Amber's been going by her middle name for a minute.
Well, that's been my, like, Instagram handle for a while now.
Wait, it's not popping up.
Because I just thought it sounded better than Amber Skaggs.
That's fair. I found it. Okay. It goes, Amber Skaggs, 15 and under dancer. And then it's like all of your information and then the little headshots. Wait, the little like test shots. Just a little baby. Your fire leap, period, girl. Back attitude.
Wait, what does that say?
Amber is homeschooled.
I was homeschooled already at that time?
I guess so.
Dang, that's crazy.
This is so cute.
I did school up until 5th grade. Like, I went to a public school until 5th grade, and then I went into homeschooling.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is the
like
little,
12.
like, bio. Amber is 100% dedicated to her craft and is continually growing. What keeps her motivated are talented kids she dances next to on a daily basis. Their talent pushes Amber to be better. That and her dream is to be a prima ballerina. Amber is homeschooled and is pretty much open aside from regular dance classes and rehearsals. She dances year-round and her hours vary. And then she attached one of your solos. It was so cute. And then I was just like, the models will be contacted
Which
on
solo
this.
did she attach?
Erupting Light.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. So then I ended up choosing Amber and one other girl, because I was only looking for like 2 people, like someone to be like my like editorial type model and then someone to be like my dance model. And the first shoot I did with Amber, I genuinely thought she could not have hated me more, because you were such a shy kid, like you were so quiet.
I didn't act like I hated you though.
No, but like you didn't react. Like you were just like still faced the whole time, or kind of like soft faced, like you weren't like laughing or like talking.
I was just shy.
I know, that's what I'm
nervous.
saying. You were very
but
shy.
Like you made it sound like I was like hating on you.
No,
I wasn't
no.
hating you.
You just weren't like reactive in a bad way or a good way. So I was like, oh my gosh, she's never gonna want to work with me. Like I couldn't tell if you like enjoyed the shoot or not. And then afterwards, your mom like messaged me. She was like, oh my god, that was the best shoot she's ever done. Like she had so much fun. Like thank you so much. We're like so excited to work with you again, kind of thing. And I was like, oh. She had a good time. Okay. And the pictures were good. And so then like we just kind of kept going. I feel like by maybe like a year or 2 in is when you finally like started being like silly or like opening up, but it took a minute because you don't like open up right away. I feel like you take a while to kind of warm up to people.
Yeah
So that's kind of our journey. And then I feel like it really wasn't like, I really only ever saw you guys at photo shoots for like the first while, and then like we started going out to lunch and stuff afterwards, and then like I became like good friends with her mom. And then I feel like when we really bonded is I took her to Paris for a ballet competition in November of 2018. Yeah, because it was right before I graduated college.
18 or 17?
2018.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like, yeah. And then we really bonded over that trip, and it became more of like a big sister, little sister relationship. And then, and then we've been friends ever since. I feel like it's nice because you have a little sister, but you don't have an older sibling. And I have an older brother, but I always wanted like a little sibling. So we kind of like filled the gap for each other, I guess. So yeah, it worked out. And now here we are.
Here we are, sitting on your couch in New York City in matching sweatsuits.
Matching jumpsuits, because why would we not match?
Talking to a camera with microphones.
With microphones.
Out of all of the like styles of photography, what made you choose dance?
I feel like at the time when I kind of got into photography, if you're just listening and not watching, Amber's making faces at me. At the time when I started photography, I had recently gotten back into dance. Okay, quick like timeline.
Oh yeah, tell us your dance story.
My little dance story. So basically, I took one ballet class when I was like 3 because I wanted to be a ballerina so bad. And I was so scared of the teacher, I never took a ballet class again, basically, up until, And then when I was...
Who was the teacher?
Huh?
Who was the teacher?
No, it was in Vermont.
Oh.
I always still lived in Vermont, so you wouldn't know them. It was just some random like rinky-dink neighborhood studio. Then we moved to Arizona, we like joined this church, and they had like a little dance group. And so I joined like the little dance group there, and it was just like tap. Like we did like sunshine lollipops, kind of,
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. What are the words there?
I don't know. Irrelevant. Anyways, and then I quit after a year of that. And then I was kind of like, I'm very ADHD, and I would get like obsessed with the idea of one sport and then move on, like almost immediately after I tried it. So then I didn't dance again until I did like gymnastics, figure skating, other stuff. And then I started dance again in 5th and 6th grade. Maybe it was 4th and 5th. I did like year and a half. Another rinky-dink studio. Like it wasn't much dance. It was more like doing grapevines and like cartwheels and stuff like that to like Miley Cyrus music, which is exactly what I loved. Quit that though because the dance studio shut down because they were allegedly money laundering or something. Like it was really sus. There was weird stuff going on there. Anyways, and then
just like do a random chill in the middle.
Listen, I don't know if they actually were. It was just a very weird. That whole studio was a very weird situation, and so that
just wasn't your vibe.
No, and pretty much everyone who was like good at dance from that studio went to DC too. because it was like the closest good studio nearby, and like I was not good enough to be at DC2. Like I really had no skills and no like ability to like whatever. So anyways, and then fast forward, I did softball, I did some other stuff. Get into high school, they give you the option of dance or PE. This was my sophomore year, which is also the year I got into photography. I took dance because I was like, I don't want to run a mile, and like if you take PE, you have to run a mile every Friday.
Ooh.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Outside?
Outside.
In Arizona.
In Arizona, no matter the time of year. Like, it was really just criminal. It should be illegal, quite frankly, because they don't have indoor tracks. So you ran a mile outside every Friday, regardless. So...
And sometimes it's like 120 degrees in Arizona.
Yes, exactly. So I was like, I'm not taking PE. And then the other option was marching band. And same thing, they rehearsed outside. So I was like, I have no desire to be a part of marching band or PE. I'm going to take dance. So I took dance my sophomore year. And I found that I really liked it. The teacher hated me. I still love you, GK. But she, for some reason, hated me. And everyone in the class thought it was really funny because I was also one of the only people in the class that was actually trying. Like, I really liked it, so I'd actually, like, try to be better. Whereas everyone else was just taking it as an out to, like, not be in PE. But I, like, wanted to be good. I was like, wait, I like this. Like, I want to try to get better. And the teacher hated me for it. It was so weird. Like, she would literally, like... it fully ignore me in class, like, just really weird, petty stuff. Anyways, and everyone saw it. Like, I wasn't delulu about it. Like, everyone would be like, dude, why does she hate you so much? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I did anything wrong. So because of that, though, like, because I really started liking dance so much, I started watching, like, So You Think You Can Dance,
yeah.
Melanie Moore, right? That's
yeah.
her. Bro, that solo...
Wait, Mandy Moore?
No, Melanie.
Melanie?
What is her last name?
There is a Mandy Moore.
I know there is, but it's Melanie, the one who does the
Melanie.
Dance to the New Moon soundtrack. Yeah. And that...
I think.
That solo... It's for sure Melanie. I just don't know what her... I think it's Moore is her last name. That solo changed my perception of dance. Like, I literally saw that, and I was like, I want to be able to do that. Like, there was something about the way that she connected her body to the music that literally, like, altered my brain chemistry, and I was like, I need to be able to physically do that. Like, that... is insane. So I like started really caring about dance and really liking it, and it was also around a time that I had really gotten into photography, and so they kind of like connected because there was other factors. Like Instagram became an app when I was in my freshman year of high school, so my sophomore year it was really picking up, and like creators like Ballerina Project and stuff like that were like gaining a following from ballet photography, and I had friends who were ballet dancers, and so my friend Tatum was like, we should go like try and take some ballet pictures. And I brought them back to my mentor, who was my Spanish teacher at the time, but she was also a wedding photographer. There's a lot of little, yeah. And she was like, there's just so much information, but like, her name's Renee Clancy. She's an incredibly talented wedding photographer. And I like knew she was a wedding photographer because she talked about it like during class sometimes. And I asked her if she would like look at some of my photos or like teach me a little bit about Lightroom. And she was like, yeah, just stay after class on this day and we'll go through it. So I'd taken some portraits, I'd taken dance pictures of Tatum, and I'd taken, like, a couple other pictures. And she looked at them, and she was like, I think you have an eye. Like, these are good. Like, this is really good. And I didn't know anything about, like, lighting or anything like that, but whatever I came up with, she saw potential in. And so that kind of just, like, pushed my, like... It made me want to keep trying, because I was like, wait, like, someone I really respect and think is really good at what they do thinks I'm good? Like... I want to be good. So, yeah, it kind of just, like, blended naturally because I was so passionate about dance in that moment at the time that I was becoming really passionate about photography. It was, like, a nice little, like, yes. Birth of multiple passions.
Well, yes.
Well, yeah. Well, yes.
Well, yes.
So, yeah.
So that's how it happened, folks.
So that's how it happened. It's, like, there's, like, of course, so many other little factors that play into it, but I feel like that's, like,
That's the gist of it.
That's the main timeline. But, yeah, I didn't, like... I don't know. I never got that good at dance in high school. I feel like there's, like, a lot of misconceptions. Like, people think, like, I have this huge background in dance. But, like, listen, if I showed you some videos of me dancing in high school... you would think different. I really didn't have technique or anything. Like, I was just dancing. I wasn't technically dancing, if that makes sense.
She was moving.
I was...
You were moving and grooving.
Moving and grooving, but I was not
moving and
dancing. Grooving. Now then, like, when I moved to New York 2 years ago, I, like, actually started taking, like, technical classes, and I feel like now I can say what I do is, like, dance more than movement, but Some of it's still just movement.
I feel like dance is movement, though.
No, yeah, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're just, like, chucking your body around, like, not
I feel like that's dancing, but, like, technically it would be, like, contemporary dance or, like, ballet dance. Like,
right. I was moving
dance.
without technique, but now I move thinking about technique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of contemporary, would you ever be, like, a professional contemporary dancer, or do you feel like you only want to, like, gear towards ballet?
Yeah. Neoclassical is best.
So still, like, incorporating, like, ballet and point a little bit?
Incorporating ballet. I do like contemporary, though. There's, like, different types of contemporaries, I feel like. Like, there's the, like...
Like, Forsyth?
That's neoclassical.
That's neoclassical. So, like, that's
I would say that's
like,
neoclassical.
what you gear towards more is, like,
Forsyth.
that.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Okay.
So, like, I would. Like, a neoclassical company. Or even, like, a contemporary company that does, like, some contemporary pieces, some... Yeah, I'd still want some classical in there.
Yeah. Let's quickly scan over the past year, because I know everyone wants to know about Boston. Let's quickly scan over that, and then we can kind of answer some questions about, like, the future. So tell us about, first, what was it like moving away from home? Do you feel like you were ready for it? Was it the actual, like, living in another city, like, a good experience? Like, did you like being somewhere that wasn't Arizona?
Yeah. I feel like I was ready for it this year. I moved away, like, a few years ago to Amsterdam for 3 months, and I don't think I was ready for that, especially a different country. Like,
what about it made it, like, really hard? Or, like, what about it made it feel like you weren't ready to be there?
I think also because I didn't know anyone in Amsterdam.
Right.
Like, at all. That I didn't have, like, a good, like, support system for as young as I was, too.
Wait, how old were you again when you went to Amsterdam?
I was, like, 17, which isn't that young. Like, some people move away from home at, like, 14, but, like,
you had never been away before.
I've never been away, and I'm a family person, so,
and
like...
you had also never done a summer intensive where you weren't with your mom, right?
No, I did.
Which one?
It was, like, only, like, a few weeks, though. I did, like, Dallas Conservatory or something.
Oh, but that was only, like, 2 or 3 weeks, right?
And, like, Paris Opera after that.
That was also, you were with your grandparents.
Yeah, like... But I...
Oh, but you weren't with them.
No.
But yeah, you hadn't been, like... Some kids do, like, 5-6 week summer intensives where they're, like, boarding for that amount of time, and you hadn't done anything like that.
It's just, like, some people are ready for that at a younger age, and I just don't think I was.
Yeah.
Because I'm a family person.
Yeah.
Like, our family's always been, like, kind of like that. Like, we see our grandparents all the time, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you weren't ready for Amsterdam, but
I wasn't ready
Boston.
when I moved to Amsterdam for 3 months, and it was only 3 months, so it, like, wasn't that big of a deal, but it was still hard. And then Boston, I felt ready. I liked living in Boston. I liked the city a lot. It's a lot different than Arizona, because, like, I couldn't have my car. I had to walk everywhere, so I had to, like, adjust to that. I had to, like, grocery shop for myself, like, spend my money in different ways, like, think about it more, I guess, which was all, like, hard, but, like, not, like, I didn't struggle with that much.
That's good. I feel like that's a tricky one because, like, for people who go to college, like, I went to college, I was on a partial scholarship, but I had also, like, loans, right? And so I didn't have to really think about, like, how much am I spending on my food because it was all meal plans. But, like, it's interesting because as someone who went from living at home to living on a college dollar that you pay off later, it's so different because then once I was off that completely, then you're right, you have to start thinking about, like, well, I need a grocery shop this week and I really can only spend this amount. Like, how am I gonna...
And then, like, balancing that with, like, going out with friends because you want to go out with people.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't know what to spend it on. Like, it's just, like, balancing it, I guess. But I didn't have too much of an issue with that, though.
Okay. What was the, like, audition season leading up to Boston, and, like, why did you go to Boston?
Well, I did...
How many auditions did you do before going to Boston?
I did a lot, but not a ton. Like, I went to, I would say, let me count. What did I do that year? that was the year I was doing American in Paris.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I was on a contract for the 3 months that were during audition season. So, like, from January to March, I was doing the show American in Paris with the Phoenix Theater Company. And I was on contract, and I couldn't technically leave. I did leave once or twice on my days off. I went to Chicago that year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I went to Chicago. I went to Nashville, Paris, and Boston. I think that's, like, all I did, though.
You just sent in a lot, right?
Yeah,
I
and
remember you spending, like, hours sending stuff in.
Yeah, you do that every year, but, like, there were also places that I had to say no to because I couldn't fly out there because I was on contract in Phoenix, which I kind of messed up on my part, but also I don't regret that experience at all. Like, I loved doing American in Paris. I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I'd do a Broadway show again. But, yeah, it did restrict me from doing auditions that year. I did get a second company position in Atlanta, but I decided to go with Boston instead because I had a really good conversation with the director, or the second company director, and had really good feelings about the year.
Okay.
So that's why I did that.
Okay. And then do you want to tell us about the experience at Boston? Maybe start with, like, the company experience itself, like, disregarding, like, the other dancers, but just, like, what was, like, your experience with the company?
Well, what I was doing was the grad program.
Oh,
the
yeah,
graduate program, which is essentially a trainee program. Like, that's what it used to be called, but then they changed it to post-grad, and then they changed it to graduate. I don't know what the meaning of the word, or what the meaning of, like, the...
I feel like they're just getting around, like, the need to pay by, like, just making it sound more like school than making it sound like...
No. I think it was because, like, it is essentially just a trainee program.
Yeah. But I feel like trainee insinuates, like, it's like an internship, which internships are paid now.
No, but at ballet companies, trainees are not paid.
Ever,
no.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's a trainee program. They just called it graduate program. Yeah. And they danced a lot with the second company. Because I was doing that, I was, like, third or fourth cast for things in, like, the company's ballets. So, like, most of the time I didn't get to do much, like, throughout the rehearsal times, because I was learning it on the side, and I didn't get to go in because they're working on first cast, which, like, I think was hard going from, like, masters where I danced constantly a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are there at masters sometimes, like, 6 hours a day, if not more.
Yeah. And it was, like, we'd be at the studios in Boston for that long, too, sometimes, but I wouldn't be dancing the entire time. I'd do ballet class, and then they'd have, like, a full run of the ballet where I had to just watch.
Yeah. Because
I wasn't in first cast, which was, like, hard for me because I just wanted to dance. Like, I just wanted to move. Harder to, like, stay in shape with my training and, like, artistic ability, too. But, yeah. I don't know. Other people have different experiences with that. Like, some people, like, say, like, oh, that's just, like, the company life. Like, you're gonna have to, like, that's just, like, how it is when you first go into a company. But then, like, some people I see go into a company and are dancing a lot in their first years. So I think it's just different, but that was definitely a challenge for me. The directors, I did not get to work with the main company director a lot, like, ever, actually. I worked mainly with the second company director and the graduate program director and some of the rehearsal directors, which they were fine. They were a different type of style than I was used to, I guess. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, I'm very Vaganova trained.
Yeah.
And I felt like the rehearsal directors were Balanchine trained, which is totally, like, fine.
But there's, like, other Vaganova dancers there.
Yeah, they have Vaganova dancers there. Vaganova trained dancers. They also have Balanchine trained dancers there as well. I feel like one of the directors was more Cuban style, I would say, and then the rest of them were Balanchine style. So it was a bit confusing at times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us then, why are you not going back next year?
Well, they did not hire any of the trainees this year into second company, or the graduate program dancers into second company.
Because normally, so with their BB2, their second company, normally they fill that from their grad program, and that's kind of the whole point of it, right?
Yeah, I thought so. I think.
Is that how it was kind of communicated?
Yeah. It wasn't really communicated to us very well, though. Like, in the months of, February through April, they didn't communicate a lot with, when we were going to get told who's getting hired, or, we never had meetings afterwards, telling us if we were or weren't. I had to ask in April what was going on, end of April, and then they said they're not hiring any of the graduate program dancers. So by the end of April, most of the auditions are over. So it was a bit confusing.
Well, I know you can't speak for the other dancers, but do you feel like it was communicated to you, in a way that you would be moving on in the company, and so, finding out that you're not was kind of a shock?
It was led like that, I would say, in January, February.
Because that's kind of why you went there over Atlanta in the first place, no? It's because you were led to believe there was a company position with your name on it?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I was told that the director really likes me there, that I'd move up pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I think that's tough, too, because then, you obviously can't ever look back, but, looking back, you could have taken the actual paid position in Atlanta, but instead you took the position at Boston with the impression being kind of, put on you that you had a future there, only to, be at the end of the year and, not have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too, that's not what I'm, upset about as much as the fact that, it wasn't communicated earlier on for me, and there wasn't a lot of help to find another job.
Well, not only that, but you were held back, right, from auditioning a lot because
we had shows, we had, obligations, I guess. I was third cast for something, and I was asking to leave for an audition, and the first cast girl got injured, so I was told that I can't leave because they might need to use me for Raymonda. But then I stayed and ended up not getting used. So
you won't be going back to Boston next year. You didn't have a lot of chances for auditions this year, so what are you doing going into this coming year? What's your plan?
Well, I've had a really tough year aside from dance as well. So I'm just gonna take this year to recoup.
Like a gap
work
year.
On myself for work on mental health, work on doing things that I kind of need to do, that dance was taking up a lot of time for me that I couldn't do.
Right.
If that makes any sense. But yeah, so I'll just use this year to work on myself and come back better than ever.
And then are you planning to spend, just if the first part of the this year, or the second part of this year rather, goes kind of how you hope it will go, do you plan to spend the first 3 months of next year auditioning? Do you still want to go to a ballet company?
As of right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see what happens in the next few months, but that's the plan.
Yeah. The goal is still ballet. It's just...
Yeah. I just need a little moment.
Yeah.
To work on myself.
Do you feel like the experience, even though there was some, parts of it that were strugglesome, or parts of it you didn't prefer, do you feel like overall you grew a lot as a person or a dancer this year?
I do feel like I've learned a lot, about myself, and I feel like I grew as a dancer in a more artistic way because they were like helping me with like in class like how to move in like a way to like seem more professional rather than like academic, which I appreciate that a lot. So yeah, I feel like I did learn a lot from this year.
Yeah.
Aside from like losing some as well.
Right, because you weren't dancing as much.
Yeah, I wasn't dancing as much, so like I feel like I've lost like stamina and stuff, things like that, but like have learned a lot as well.
Yeah.
So it's like goes both ways.
Goes both ways.
Yeah.
But I think that's good.
I got to live in a city for a year.
New place.
And Boston's a really nice city.
Yeah, it's pretty. I went to visit her a couple times, and it's a small, clean New York. Like, it's just a little...
it's like New York, but it's like calm.
And shorter.
And like, yeah, it's like, it's small.
All the buildings are tinier.
So I could literally walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was nice. I liked it there.
Nice. Good. And now you're back in Arizona.
Yes. In the heat, in the desert.
Yeah, disgusting. Although it's been really hot in New York lately, so...
What are your plans for the next year or 5 years? Like, do you have any big projects you want to work on, or...
5 years is crazy. I literally don't even book photo shoots more than, like, a month in advance because I'm so...
I know. But, like, is there anything you'd like to work on in the next 5 years? Or,
That's
like,
actually
have
a really
thought
good...
about doing?
Okay. I literally hate to say it, but the first thing that comes to mind is, like, I want to get married and have kids. Which, like, I feel like people wouldn't think that, but, like, I don't know, I really, like,
How's your relationship status right now?
Oh, God. Listen.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into trauma in another episode.
Let's get into the lore.
The lore.
Okay, we'll get into the lore in the next episode. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I usually
Wink,
keep my relationship very private, but we're gonna do a trauma dumping episode, and that's where all my relationship will come out. Because it's all trauma. That's so bad. Actually, I was gonna say I can't say that, but no, it's all been trauma.
Oh, man. Really?
I can't think of a single good experience.
Oh. Okay.
Anyways.
Work-related projects that you want to work on in the next 5.
I want to do a book.
Years.
I know everyone's been asking for a book. I really want to work on a book. I'm working on merch right now. So if it's out, I'll have it linked down below. It's hard because I like to do things really well. I don't like to half-ass things and just, like, do it to do it, which I've heard that that's how a lot of successful people are most successful, is they just do it when they have the idea, and then they grow. But I, like, mentally, my brain does not allow me to do that. Like, I like to do things really well or not at all, which I do think holds me back a lot. But I hope that I can figure out how to do these things really well in the next 5 years because I really want to do it. It's just like a matter of, it's hard to do some things really well and make it financially beneficial at the same time. So yeah, I think a book, I want to do an art gallery. I basically want to transition to the type of photographer that shoots only for themselves. Like, instead of doing freelance, I want to move away from freelance completely. Because right now, like, I still just book by the hour. And people can just, like, book a photo shoot. And I do, like, limit kind of, like, I am more selective nowadays than I used to be. Like, I used to just take anyone. And now I do kind of, like, filter out, like, you know, what I think is going to be, like, best for, like, what I do. But I'd like to move to a point where, like, I don't accept freelance offers at all, and it's all just, like, artistic, like, editorial, like, stuff that I could see being printed really big on a wall. Like, that's really my goal, and I feel like the only way I can do that is if I sell prints and do a book. Like, that's the only way to make that financially realistic. So that's my goal over the next 5 years is that, and, like, hopefully get married and, like, have a little mini Eva running around.
No.
Can you imagine, like, I show up to, like,
Masters with, like, a little baby you? That'd be so scary.
No.
Not scary, but, like, kind
I
of
was
scary.
the cutest baby. Everyone would love a little mini Eva. But yeah, I feel like everything's kind of, like, chill right now. I feel like there's nothing huge going on. Like, everyone always asks me, like, what have you been up to? And I'm like, girl, I literally wake up, I go to Pilates, and then I go sit at my computer for, like, 8 hours. Like, that is my day-to-day. Like, I am just been hustling. Like, the back end of all of this stuff that I do is so time consuming. I don't think people realize that. And the time it takes is all behind a computer. So I'm trying really hard to like add people to my team and not just rely fully on myself, because I do think that it's like too much for me to do alone, and I've been doing alone for so long. So I've finally started like working on like getting a photo editor, getting a video editor, getting a videographer, like that kind of stuff to like piece everything together without making me physically ill, which happens a lot from stress. So
how do you want to take your social media, like how do you want to move it forward? Like how do you see it progressing?
It's an interesting question, because I feel like,
because like you have like a good platform right now.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to keep it like that, or do you want it to become something else?
it's hard to say. Good question. It's so hard to say, because I feel like when I was little, I always wanted to be famous. Like, that was, like, I wanted to be Miley Cyrus. Like, I was obsessed with Disney Channel. I made my mom take me to all those scammy Disney Channel auditions. Like, I wanted it so bad. Now, though, when once I got older, and I stopped liking attention so much on me, but I started enjoying attention on my talents. It's a different type of attention, right? Like, getting attention for who you are versus getting attention for what you do. Mm-hmm. Like, if everyone was just, like, obsessed with you, like, oh my god, she's Amber, she's so pretty, like, we love having her around, like, she's so fun. That's, like, a nice thing. When people are like, she's the most talented ballerina I've ever seen, like, she works so hard, her skill is incredible. It's a different type of compliment, like, it hits different. And once I started getting, like, attention for my photography, and people started, like, seeing me as an artist and, like, respecting what I do, I realized that I craved that sort of validation so much more than, like, oh my god, we love Eva, she's so fun, she's so funny, we love having her around. Like, it's... Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, because my intention with my social media was actually never to make it about me. Like, when it first started going viral, it was fun because it was all of you guys going viral, but people liked what I was creating with you guys. Like, it was still more about that. And then I do think, though, that, like, it got to a point where it needed to focus on me a little bit more, because, like, it was my name and my face, but, like, it wasn't about me, and it kind of didn't make sense. So I started, like, incorporating myself more, and it kind of brought attention to, like, not just what I'm doing, but, like, who I am. So I really don't know, because that was never the intention in the first place, and now it's where we're at. So I think I'm just gonna keep, like, doing what feels fun, what feels right, and then, like, whatever happens with it. Like, we do this, it gets 5,000 views. I don't really care. Like, it was just kind of fun to do. Like, we want to try it, and that's that. Or, like, if it does really well, then, okay, well, then that's what people like. So let's keep trying it, and let's keep trying new things and trying more versions of it and see what else, like, is fun for the people watching, I guess. I don't know. So
do you enjoy doing the social media as much as you do the photography?
No. I get a high from social media, because when things do really well, it's exciting. Yeah. But no, I don't like the editing and stuff of the social media is nowhere near as thrilling for me as, like, when I get that picture. Like, when I get that picture,
I see.
It's a totally different feeling than, like, when I post a video and it gets 30 million views. Like, that's fun. That's like, ooh, people really like this. This is cool. But, like, when I get that picture where I know I got that picture and I could plaster that picture over billboards and be, like, so excited for the world to see, that's, like, a totally different feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All so right. I don't know. I feel like I'll just, like, we just keep doing the social media. We see what it does, and as long as it's still fun for everyone, I think the, like, most important part is it just being fun. Yeah. Like, the second it's not fun, like, you know that. It's like when you're posting when you don't feel like posting on Instagram, there's just no reason to. Like, if it's not fun, it's not fun. And then you're not benefiting. Even if you're making money for it, it's not beneficial. So,
yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What do you want to do with your social media?
I don't know. Because I like the social media in a sense, but I also don't at the same time, just because it brings in a lot of good. So
do you feel like social media is, like, benefiting you as a dancer, or do you feel like it's hindering your success?
I feel like it can go either way. It depends on, like, what I'm using it towards.
Or, like, who you're asking.
Or who I'm asking. Because I've gotten mixed reviews from that. Like, I'm not sure if every company director likes that. And I'm not sure why.
It's interesting though. Like I find it okay because like let me know if you think the same way. But like with Instagram and social media in general, right? Like or let's make it broader. Movie stars. People love movie stars because they feel like they know them, right? It's like that connective thing. Like you feel like influencers, even more so. Like people love Emma Chamberlain because they feel like they know Emma Chamberlain. Like you feel connected to a person in a different way. It feels like they're talking to you as a friend. And I think there's always been a disconnect in ballet because you see the person on stage, you know nothing about them. All you know is the character they're playing. They don't do interviews. Like ballet dancers like rarely get interviewed or do like talk shows or anything like that, so people don't know that much about them unless they're like using their social media as a platform to share their personalities. So I feel like it's so like what we kind of created with Masters is so beneficial because people would go watch you guys dance ballet knowing nothing about ballet simply because they want to see you. Like with movies, who's a movie star you like? Do you like Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Okay, Angelina Jolie. She does Maleficent, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if you had no interest in that storyline, if you really like Angelina Jolie, you might go watch Maleficent just because you like Angelina Jolie, and if she's doing it, it might be something you like because you like her so much, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like, same with, like...
Or like Joey King, like in that new movie that just came out. What is it?
Did you just watch it because you knew Joey King?
I knew like Joey King and Zac Efron were in it, and
exactly
the Nicole, what's her name?
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, like they're good people, like good
I didn't
actors.
even watch the trailer. I just saw that Zac Efron was in it, and I like Nicole Kidman, and I was like, yeah, like I'll watch it. Like, it's surely gonna be like somewhat entertaining. So, but I feel like that's always been missing in ballet because we don't emphasize the actual personality or the character of the dancers enough to make people want to care to go watch it.
Yeah, there's a lack of appreciation for like the arts in America.
Yeah, but I feel like so much of that is derived from the fact that people feel so removed from the arts. Like there's such a like wall between like the arts are so secretive and like no one talks about anything in the arts. Like everything's just very like face value. I don't know. And it's like so people don't feel connected to the arts. Outsiders of the arts, right? Like if you have nothing to do with the arts, you don't feel as connected to the arts because the arts is not allowing you in. Like there's never been an open wall in a ballet class. No one's ever filmed a ballet class in the way that we film it. I know that there's like people film like the Vaganova like lessons and stuff like that, but in the same way of like actually seeing the way teachers interact with students and stuff, I really feel like we were the first to do that. Like, we as in, like, all of us at Master Ballet Academy were, like, the first to, like, break down that wall. I might be wrong, but, like, as far as I'm aware, in the way that we're doing it, and I feel like it's letting people who aren't a part of the arts into the arts.
Yeah, no, and the Wozniaks are fun to watch, too, so
and they're
it's,
fun
like...
to watch, and people don't realize that ballet is so entertaining until they see it in that light.
Yeah.
And then, like, they see it in that light, and they're like, oh, well, if I like it like that, maybe I do want to go watch a ballet in person, because I'm actually kind of entertained by this. Like, it's got to be, yeah. And I don't know, but, like, for me, I always think it's more fun to watch people I know than it is to watch people you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think, or no?
I like watching people I don't know, just
Really?
because, like, I like to, like, know, like, discover people.
Oh. See, like, for me, it's a matter of, like, I love watching you guys dance because then, like, you feel a sense of pride. You feel more connected to it because you're connected to that person. Like, even my mom said the same thing. She was like, this year watching Nutcracker was so much more fun because I've been watching all your videos and I feel like I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Or, like, when we pick out the ballets we want to go see, we, of course, want to go see the ones with the dancers we feel like we know through social media because it's more exciting.
Yeah.
It's like we know of them. We want to go watch them and support them. I don't know. So I feel like I think it's really silly when ballet companies are opposed to social media because they're only hindering their own success as a ballet company.
I don't know if they, like, directly are, though. I've just, like, feel like it might be, like, vaguely, like...
Insinuated?
Yeah.
I think some
like,
companies are very direct about not liking social media.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've heard some things.
Oh.
But, I mean, like, maybe not all companies, but I think that, like... I think it's silly for companies to be like that because there's so much potential for the success of ballet as a whole by taking advantage of social media and just getting people, again, from the outside to the inside. Like, you have to, like, show people why they want to be there in the first place, because it's expensive. Like, going to see a ballet is not cheap. Those tickets are costly. So if you want people to spend their hard-earned money to go see it, give them a reason to go see it. Because, quite frankly, to anyone who knows nothing about ballet is boring. It's not one of the most, like, upbeat, fast-paced things you can go watch on a stage.
Yeah.
So you have to give someone else, or you have to give someone more of an insight of why they should be interested in ballet, which I think social media does, but... Yeah. Okay, this is, surprisingly enough, getting long. It might be my fault. I'm a bit of a chatterbox. But let's just answer a few questions, give some shout-outs to people who ask questions, and then...
I have a question.
Oh my god, what's your question?
Has social media affected your self-confidence and self-mental health at all?
We should do a whole episode on that, I feel like.
Fine.
Because that's a deep one, and that's going to take so long. Okay, let's just do, like, a really quick... We'll do, like, 5 questions. Okay, this is a good one. Who has been the most... Okay, so the username is @IIDXMONDII. Asked, who has been the most helpful, inspiring dance teacher for you?
Probably the Wozniaks. I can't pick one.
Right, because they all kind of offer something different.
Yeah, but they, like, I've also known them since I was 8, and, like, they always saw something in me since then. So they've always, like, really helped and supported me, like, through the highs and the lows. Like, I feel like they've been the, like, I wouldn't say, like, I don't know. I feel like the Wozniaks, though, would be the most inspirational.
Yeah, they really are a dynamic family.
Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Inspirational or
inspiring or helpful?
Inspiring, yeah.
I really feel like every one of the 4 of them offers something so different and valuable in ballet that, like, they really do make a good team. So I see that. I feel like for me, the ballet teacher here, again, because, like, we're really only talking about the past 4 years, the ballet teacher here that made me really enjoy taking ballet class was Martha Chapman. Like, that's the first class in the city that I started taking, like, super consistently and, like, felt really welcome in and, like, cared about. Because ballet classes here are kind of built different for, like, open classes. Like, there's a saying that, like, teachers give class, they don't teach class here. And it really goes for, like, a lot of classes where it's more just, like, they're giving you class, whatever you do with it is what you do with it, but, like, they're not there to teach you. Whereas, like, Martha, like, actually teaches and corrects, which I really liked. So this is a good one. Amber, have your parents always supported you, like, for being a ballet dancer? Were they ever opposed to you being a ballet dancer? Or, like, were they always kind of for it if you wanted it?
My parents were really supportive of it because I always wanted to do it. Like, there were times where my mom was like, if you don't want to do it, like, it's okay, just tell me. Like,
I was there for some of those talks. Yeah. I remember that time.
Like, they never forced me to do anything.
Yeah.
It was always like, if you really want to do it, then, like, yeah, go for it and we'll support you.
I remember your mom being like, Amber, you sure you don't want to just go to high school? Like, you'd have so much fun. No, and Amber was like, no.
Like, they always just wanted me to do what I wanted to do. Which, like, I feel like is an issue in some of these, like, dance moms.
For sure. Yeah, a lot of times you can tell, like, it's the parents wanting it more than the kid.
Yeah.
Or you can tell it's the kid wanting it way more than the parents, and the parents are, like, trying to pull them back, and, like, the kid just wants it more than anything. Yeah, it goes both ways.
But I feel like my parents were pretty supportive in whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah, I feel like I just remember sometimes when it got really hard for you, and your mom was like, are you sure you don't want to just go to high Amber, like, you would have so much fun in high school. Like, high school can be so much fun, and you were like, no.
Although I will say I do regret not going to a regular school.
Just for the, like, the experience of it?
Just because I, like, feel like I could have balanced it. And I feel like it would have helped me as, like, a person, too. Like, just, like, having the social life is a good balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Because some people can get so, like, into ballet. And, like, that's, like, a good thing. But it can get to a point of, like, obsession. And, like, I've gotten there, too, sometimes, but, like, I always try to keep, like, a good balance between, like, having a nice social life and having, like, I have good family, so, like, that helps, but, like, I have seen other people get into this obsessive, like mental state of,
take
like,
it too far.
Just ballet, like, you know.
It's like brain rot, but ballet rot.
Always have balance in your life.
Yeah, balance is really important.
Balance is good for anything you're doing in life, I think.
Yeah, 100%. You can't ever dive too deep into anything. Even me with, like, the photography, if I forget that, like, oh, I have friends I need to hang out with, like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just, like, I'm so deep and I don't see people for a week because I'm, like, I need to get this done. Like, I need to be successful. I need it to be good. And then, like, I'm like, oh, I'm human.
Yeah. But with ballet, sometimes it's so hard to have that balance with, like, friends because your friends are the people that you're dancing with.
Yeah.
So it's, like, I noticed that this year, being in Boston, was I was just around the people that I was, like, essentially, like, in competition with. Not really, but, like, kind of, because we're all doing the same sport in the same class, like, trying to move forward, that, like, I wish I had another way to find friends outside of that.
Yeah.
To have, like, a good balance between, like, friendships and my career.
No, I fully agree.
know?
Like, I feel like I got into weird spurts throughout my career as well, just because, like, I feel like we gotta do a whole other episode of this with, like, the dance moms and stuff like that. But I started, like, befriending dance moms because that's who I was around so much. And some of that ended up beautifully, like the fact that, like, I have you and your family, and I've got Georgia and her family. Like, both your families have basically, like, adopted me as their, like, add-on child, and that's been incredible because I've gotten so much from that like, or different, not so much, like, I've gotten so much from that, but I've also gotten different things from that than I get from my actual family. And so I just feel like I have everything I need. Like, I've got, like, the family I have, which I love so much and offers me so much, but then I have the families that I've chose that offer me everything that I feel like maybe I didn't have from my actual family.
Yeah.
But there was a time when I got, like, way too deep where then, like, not everyone, that sounds crazy, but, like, a lot of dance moms started wanting to be my friend for the advantages of being my friend. So, like, for their kids, like
wanting
free photo shoots and, like, having me travel with them and, like, take photos. Just, like, kind of weird shit that, like, we'll get into in another episode. But yeah, I lost that balance a little.
There is a weird balance there in this profession, I feel like.
It's a very weird balance in this profession, and it happens even with, like, dance teachers and parents, too. Like, it's anyone who's in, like, a position of authority, so to speak, in the, like, dance world, and then the parents of the dancers who are trying to move their kids forward in the dance world. There's a lot of interesting dynamics. So I've definitely experienced that, and I feel like what helps now is, like, I really feel like I have everyone I need in my life. Like, I'm so overwhelmed with, like, love and friendship and stuff like that I don't feel like I'm seeking anything, and I feel like that's kind of when you start falling into friendships and relationships that maybe, like,
too toxic or something.
Yeah, ones you don't need or ones you can't see aren't good for your life. So,
although I do think that every friendship and, like, relationship you have teaches you something.
I have learned so much. Let me tell you,
have I.
I know so much now that I didn't know 7 years ago.
Yes.
And that's for the trauma dumping episode. Okay. One more question, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But don't worry, guys, we will be
Rapido.
back. Rapido. Oh, should we say? Let's talk about, like, a couple ballet dancers who inspire us, or dancers in general who inspire us, and then we'll end it there. Who inspires you, Amber?
Sylvie Guillaume.
Watching her old videos make me feel like she's not from the past, but from the future.
Yeah, she is incredible
mean?
for her age, and for, like, if she was a dancer in the present, she would still be the best. Like, at the top.
Like, absolutely. Like, she was so far beyond her years, and she's still far beyond current year. Like, I don't know how she did what she did in the day that she did it, because nowadays I too feel like you guys have so much pushing you guys to be better, like with social media. You have so much access to information that they didn't have back then, and she was still that good. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I agree. She's ridiculously incredible.
Also, someone that's, like, not as well known, I don't feel like, but Hannah O'Neill at Paris Opera.
I don't know if I know who that is.
She's incredible. She's from New Zealand.
Okay.
I don't know if she's in a toile there or not yet. She will be soon if she's not already. But I watched her do Carmen a couple years ago, and oh my gosh. She's incredible. Yeah.
I feel like this...
But she's not as, like, well known, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. This era, your generation, has got to be one of the hardest generations of ballet dancers to be in, because there are so many talented people. Like, from your age to my age, the amount of talent in that one age category is mind-blowing. Like,
also my age category, like, were the people who were looking for jobs during, like, COVID.
Yeah, so then it skipped
and that
a year.
affected a lot, let me
Yep.
just say.
Yeah.
Because all the people who were going to retire during COVID are still dancing now 5 years later. And all the people who were, like, just getting good are looking for jobs now. So it's like there's a lack of contracts available now because everything's been pushed back 5 years.
Yup. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's difficult.
I'm trying to think. Honestly, like, I think a lot of just people from So You Think You Can Dance, the old So You Think You Can Dance, it's different now. It's not bad, it's just different. But, like,
Oh.
the era of, like, 2011 to 2016 So You Think You Can Dance really changed my perspective on dance.
We watched that one show.
Oh, I forgot we went to that.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that was
when
an
Amber
incredible
was like 13,
show.
we went to
What did they call themselves?
Hold on, I've got it. It's at the tip of my head.
That show was incredible though.
Shaping Sound.
Shaping Sound.
I know that he's canceled, but the thing is like that show really was very inspiring. Separate the art from the artist. Okay, that show
Well, all the other artists in there
are not problematic. Yeah. But like
all amazing.
All amazing. And like yeah,
I don't even remember who was in it.
I don't know, but they were also, me and Amber sat there and we were like
I'll remember if I saw, but like
yeah.
I just know that it was really good.
That was really incredible. They used a lot of Son Lux music too.
Yeah.
And like at that time I was such a I still love Son Lux, but I was such a fan of Son Lux. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could give like a full list of like dancers who inspire me, but like it's a very long list. I get so inspired every day just from like access to information online. Like yeah. Tell us, comment down below who inspires you.
Yeah.
I want to know. And then we can look into them.
Marianela Nunes.
Oh my god. Who is the German one? I always forget her name. She has like 3 boys.
Iona Solenko.
Yo, she's so freaking good. There's something about her athleticism and her aesthetic too that like is a photographer's dream. So I think like I also just really like her because of that. Because like she would be a dream to photograph. Like the lines and everything.
She's pretty. I'm trying to think who else.
I love Maddie Wu.
Oh my gosh, Madeline Wu's amazing.
Dude, and I came across her quite a while ago because she posted this one turning video that was like so sick and I was like, oh my god. And then I started like deep diving on her Instagram. Whatever, everyone stalks. I started stalking her Instagram. I was like, she's like really freaking good.
Yeah.
And she has this like presence on social
very
media.
Poised.
Yeah.
While also
But she also has
being,
like tattoos and stuff. And she's got kind of like that baddie vibe. Like it's I think she's gonna go really far. I'm excited to see what she does. Like she's just cool.
She was at a ballet competition that I was at like way back, like when she was young. I was really young, so like I remember her from there. She did like that solo with like the black bob.
Yes, you showed me that. Yes.
That's
crazy.
And now she's like principal at Royal Swedish.
Yeah,
now.
and also you can just tell she has like a vision and like she's very artistic from her reels that she posts because her connection to music, videography, and movement.
Yeah, no.
I like that's what gets me. I'm like, dude, she gets it. Like she's so good at it. Like she makes these little like the videos that we kind of make too, but like she's got a really good like connectivity of everything. I don't know. Like I like her a lot. She's a vibe.
There's a lot of incredible dancers.
I know.
Out there
like
right
even
now.
just Chloe Missildine. I saw her do Onigen. Is that how you say it? Onigen?
I've never seen her dance, so like I don't have a good opinion. But
I saw her do the jewel. It was at the ABT anniversary. She did what's the one where they're all wearing like the jeweled out tutus, like the diamond out tutus? It's called like
Jewels.
No, it's the white one. It's like
diamonds.
No,
well, that's in it.
It's literally called the name of the. It's called the name of the music. I'm pretty sure. Cello number 2 or something like that, or it's not. No, I don't know. It might have been something ball. Is there another ball option?
I'm not exactly
all
sure.
these ballets have like confusing ass names. I don't know. I saw her do that and she was really good. But that choreography doesn't allow for a lot of like emotional execution. Like it's a very straightforward kind of princessy role. And then I saw her do Onigen last week and I was like,
oh, I want to see that ballet so bad.
There like people couldn't clap because they were so quiet. Like everyone was so in their in their world on stage that like they would do like 5 pirouettes and no one would clap because like no one felt like they could interrupt the moment. Like it felt like you were watching something you weren't supposed to see. Oh, it was so good. And then
I want to watch it again.
I watched her that night and I was like, she's gonna be a principal this year. And then literally the other night she did Swan Lake. She
was
debuted
promoted.
and she got promoted.
Yeah.
And I just knew that was gonna happen because I was like, you can't.
I want to watch her dance in person because I
it
haven't.
Was so like it was really special. Like she's got like I'm so excited to see what she does because it's just like there's something there. It's that innate thing that some people are just born with. Like she was born with a lot of it. So
yeah, I also love watching Katherine Herlin over there.
I saw her do.
She's a powerhouse.
Don Key Tree.
Oh, I bet you that was good.
Bro, she was on
could
fire.
Jump.
And here's the
She's
thing.
like-
I feel lucky that I am in a position where I make enough money to regularly see shows now because I would hate to miss what's happening in the ballet world right now. Like it's just there's some good stuff going on in the dance world in general, but especially in ballet. I feel like the next few years are going to be like very transformative for the ballet world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta get you back in it, girl. It's gonna happen.
I'm still in it.
You're still in it, but I mean we gotta get
I'm just taking a little mental health
She's taking
year.
a little break, and the Amber's gonna come back stronger than ever next year, and we're excited to see what
Yeah.
happens. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been
Cuckoo.
I feel like we did pretty good for our first try at all of this.
Yes.
If we were a little awkward, we apologize, but we'll try to be better next time. We're just getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
Okay. I also feel like we had to get a lot of information out of the way because like now that we have all the basic information out of the way, now we can actually just
Trauma dump
and chat in the next episodes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to comment down below what you want from us next, what you want to hear about. If you liked this,
And if you didn't, too bad, too sad.
honestly tell us if you didn't. If this isn't your vibe, I'm still interested to know. I like to know when people don't like things because I do feel like it's gives you a chance to transform and make things a little different. If there's something you didn't like about it, let us know. If you hate us, I mean you can tell us. It won't really affect us, but also like don't waste your time.
Okay. Cuckoo.
Coucou. Bonsoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Bonsoir. What is it? Bonsoir.
Girl.